Hello, y'all. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Kiona, and I'll be your host for this evening. I mainly do gaming and diamond painting content with a lot of focus on diamond painting right now. That is my current hyper focus. I have ADHD. It happens. Today we'll be doing a WIP Chat. WIP stands for work in progress. All you gamers know that by now. Did I hit the microphone? Probably did. Let me zip up my zipper here so it stays a little bit higher. There's some ASMR for y'all if you heard it. So the canvas we are working on, as I hit the mic again, is Alice in a Bottle by Saphina Art and Diamond Art Club. This is my kit for Alice in a Winter Wonderland. Oh, I cut the canvas. It happened. So I'm going to be working on this square. We're going to get into it. Here's my materials. I am using special drills from PP with Sparklers, and none of these are in the square. I am using my gray and my black trays from Unimade because I like the contrast. I will never use colored trays again. I love these two. I might go for a white tray, but yeah, it's perfect. And I am using my pen from Enabler's Outpost. This is the only pen I own that's a custom hand-turned pen. Like, I had, like, these little things from Amazon and stuff. But no, this is my good one. And this is a thermal, so when it gets warm, as I try to make it get warm and shake everything to show you, it's not going to do it. It changes color. Oh, and the camera decided to reset right then. It's been on for a while. I was fiddling around. Which we'll get to that in a second. I'm just trying to warm this up for you, just to show you. Oh, it's doing it. It's doing it. You see that? Okay. It's very minimal. It's cold here. It's cold here. I got a hoodie on. It's cold here. Okay, what else am I using? I am using my single placer Patty Wax Super Sticky, which this is well loved. And in my multiplacer, I don't have it up on the table because it's pretty good. I'm using Randa's Crafty Corner Putty. I absolutely love it. Now I'm wondering where it's at, just in case I need it. Please hold. Like magic, it appeared right there on the screen. Woohoo! I'm using the scent Pumpkin Pie because you can have pumpkin pie all year round. I realize I do need to clean out my multiplacer, so I grabbed, I don't even know what they sell these for in the tool section. I don't know the proper names, but I use them to clean out my multiplacers and my single placers instead of my tweezers because it makes my tweezers sticky. Now, technically, if you're being frugal, which I have done this, you can reuse this, but I'm not going to do that today. Just for the sake of it. Wow. Gonna get nice and cleaned out. Which means I'm going to be fiddling with it for a while. You know what? I should clean out my single placer too while I'm at it. And not hurt myself. Right on camera. That's what I like to do. Record things on camera. We'll get into the WIP Chat here in a second. I will tell you how my week's been going. You guys haven't heard from me since Sunday. Yeah. That's when I recorded the kitten chat, and I didn't really talk much. I am also using my wax minders from my shop. The link is in the description down below. Which I will show you how to use that here in 2 seconds. I always scrape excess. I want to get in there. I want to get in there good. And then I sit there and I'm like packing it in. You get so much Patty Wax Super Sticky. I have a whole tin of this I haven't touched. And I've had this for almost a year. I'd have to look back in my TikToks to see whenever I got it. Then you just rub it on his little paw. And you see all that excess right off. Just make sure you get that excess off, or it'll still come out. What this does is, it's all in his paw now. It takes all that extra wax that ends up out on your drills, and it gets it on his little paws and on your nails and everything else. You make sure to clean it real well, so it's not on your drills. That's why it's called a wax minder. He minds your wax. He's also a cover minder. You see these magnets sticking out underneath there. I also use flush magnets. I try to keep them flush. Yes. Yes. So that's all our materials. Let's continue loading this. There are several different ways to load Rando's putty. Scented putty. Several different ways. Actually, I have it upside down. I always end up with upside down. Oh, it smells so good. And my excess always goes there. So. I start with stabbing it. Then rocking it back and forth like you would with wax. And this stuff goes a long way. In fact, I think the last time I reloaded was December. No, yes, no, I don't know. Yeah. I usually can go a whole diamond painting almost, depending on the size, on one reload. Like this, I could probably go one reload. Where's my tweezers? So I want to make sure it's shoved in, and I'm going to take advantage and use my nails to scrape it along. I end up with a lot of excess, and you can either throw your excess out, or you can just put it back on the wax pad like I do, or putty pad. Give me a second here. I was going to just clip ahead, but hey, some people want to see this stuff, so I use chapters anyway, and there will be a chapter right when we get into the WIP Chat section. So how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. I am actually in a really good mood. I set my January goals for YouTube to be 350 and with a stretch goal of 400 for subscribers, and I hit that 350 without even realizing it today. I went to bed, it was 348 because I made a joke about how, or last time I looked at it yesterday, it was 348. I didn't look before bed because I don't stare at it. And I made a joke about how how a subscriber went away because it knows my goal is 350 and I'm right there because I was at 349. That might not be enough. So I made my joke, and then when I checked today, I was at 351. I was like, ooh. Today is Friday, January 6th for me. Y'all will be seeing this tomorrow morning. I am working on figuring out when I want to release videos, see what works best for me. And now I'm starting to think Friday might not be a good day for me. But we'll get into that here in 2 seconds. I want to make sure that I'm not, like, I'll either have the underloaded problem where you don't pick anything up, or I'll have the overloaded where you pick more than what you want up. And so that's why I'm just going back and forth here. And that's how my corner putty gets so dirty. Oh. Okay. I think we're good. I can put that up. I just don't like putty on my edges, which I'll keep messing with that as we use drills. Oh, now I got putty on the paper. It doesn't want to stay on the paper now. It's like, no, we're not going to behave for you. Okay, now let's get into the WIP Chat. Woohoo! Did I really just spend 9 minutes on that? Yes, I did. Okay. I hope everybody has had a fantastic week. Mine was, it was good. I got a lot done. Like, I had a productive week. I've been working on my studio organization, which, if anybody knows me, that's like a 3-month-long process, and I started it at the beginning of this month, end of last month time. I think it was the beginning of this month is when I really started it. So, the fact that I have moved my diamond painting table, and I have figured out a lot of my storage solutions. Look, you can actually zoom really far out now, which you'll see that in my unboxing video next week, which will be on Tuesday next week instead of Monday. I'm still trying dates out, seeing what works for me. But, I moved my diamond painting table. I have been organizing all my supplies. I've been trying to get everything all situated, and hopefully it works. Hopefully, I don't know. My diamond painting table, my drafting table, was in the middle of the room. It was in the middle of the room, and I'd walk around it because I used to move it out of the way because I wasn't diamond painting all the time. Because I was going through a tough time after my stepdad died, and I just wasn't in the mood to diamond paint. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it. I don't know why. It's depression, grief, whatever. I don't know. I didn't go see anybody about it, so I'm not a professional. So it was in the middle of the floor, and I'd move it out of the way. But with Vlogmas, it just stayed in the middle of the room all December, and that was like its permanent place because where I would normally roll it to got piled with clutter. Because again, I have ADHD, so clutter is my life. Organized chaos is my life. And so I finally lost it yesterday or the past few days, and I've been in and out of cleaning mode. Yesterday I set up the camera and I moved it and I hung a new shelf for it and everything. Today I didn't really do anything. Well, I swept up under my desk, swept out of my desk. But I can't tell you what days I did what. But after the diamond painting stash video, my stash sat out of its storage for 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, I need to figure out what I'm doing with the stash because now I don't want to put it back in that spot exactly how it was. And that's when you got the TikTok of me cleaning up my stash. And I didn't think that it would blow up the way it did. As of right now, it's got 2,800 views. And nothing of mine usually gets that type of views. So, yeah. And I've been going crazy buying storage solutions and trying to figure out where to put things. Like my Cricut used to always sit out, but I cleaned so much in my closet that I could give it its own shelf to sit on because I don't use it enough for it to actually be out all the time. And then I can now take that desk, which is right over there. I'm now up against my desk, and I can store my diamond painting stuff on it. Like, I can't even show you storage because I don't have anything near me. Yeah, I can't. Like my washi tape, it's sitting on there right now, but like other things, like all the containers that hold the supplies, I'll have a place for them. And so that's good. What's this? Okay. I'm just gonna finger this one. Single this one. Wow. Wow. What's wrong with you? Besides that, what has happened this week? My kids went back to school this week. They did. And I only had to take Michael to school once, which was a miracle. I'm trying to think about what color I want to do right now. How about let's just keep a color in the tray for a while. I pulled them all out, you saw before. Pulled them all out so they would all just be easy to grab. So I'd only have to think to put things back together. Okay. There we go. So I pulled them all out and had it all ready. Sorry, I'm getting, my mind's like going all over places right now. Or the best I could without uncovering it. So I don't know if I have all the colors out. I'm like doing a quick skim over to make sure I do. But I could be wrong. This is why, right? Yeah. Here, y'all need to see that. This is why. We're going to keep up with that same thing I was doing during the time lapses. Which I've been told by several people, not just in the comments, but like people talking to me privately and stuff like that, that they like the time lapse that I did in the Vlogmas videos. And so depending on how I feel and how late I stay up doing this, I might add a little bit of time lapse to this. It doesn't take me that long to do a section of these. So, yeah. I'm squirrely, don't mind me. So, let's see. What were we talking about? We're talking about school resumed on Tuesday. The only time I had to take Michael to school was on Tuesday. Today, I took Sam to school because she slept in a little bit, and she was perfectly fine to leave and get there on time, but it was also 30 degrees outside after being in the 70s and 80s. So I was like, you know what? She goes, can you give me a ride? I'm like, you know what? I never give you a ride to school. Fine, I'll give you a ride. So I gave her a ride today. So I haven't really been having a lot of problems with them. But, oh God, I need to knock on wood. I have nothing to knock on. Wood. Oh, normally I have a pencil. I'm gonna have to knock on wood. Hold on. There we go. I knocked on wood. So I haven't had an issue with them yet. We did have a situation yesterday because report cards came out. And Michael has C's and a couple B's. No, C's and a couple A's. His A's are in conduct and PE. And I think he has one B. While Sam has A's and B's. And I told him that I'm not going to punish bad grades, but don't sit there and take it the wrong way, but I will, reward good grades. I will reward A's. I understand that you worked hard, and she worked hard to bring her grades up. And while his have gone down, he was getting A's and B's, now he's getting B's and C's. And so I gave her the rest of my pack of Milano cookies. It only had like 4 cookies in there. But oh my God, did it start a fight? There's not even a lot in there. It's not like I'm sitting there going, oh, she's so much better. No. So, sitting there dealing with that still, his rage and his emotions. I did not have these problems with Joshua. Which, speaking of Joshua, I am having problems with his grades. I got an email from his biology teacher today. I'm 1,000 miles away in Alabama. He's all the way in Texas, and I'm getting emails from his biology teacher about his grades. And I'm like, oh my God. And he wants to be in track. You can't sit there and they're going to make you ineligible. Like you were ineligible for district for cross country this year because of your grades. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I really don't. It's parenthood. It sucks. How many times have I told you kids are assholes? My kids are assholes. Oh, man. And I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like half-assing my way through life at this point. Oh. YouTube is continuously thinking I'm a child every time I put out a video. I have kind of come to accept this. And every time it does it, I'm just going to leave a comment so I can see, because in your channel dashboard, when you go to look at content, it'll say how many comments are there. And since I don't get comments normally, it'll say 0. But if comments get disabled, because I always check like half hour later, if comments get disabled, I will go ahead and put a comment and I will pin it so I know that this is my comment, or so people understand why I'm commenting on my own video, and explain that I'm doing this just for an easy check. So when I go to check the dashboard later, it'll say 0 comments if it gets disabled, even though it has my comment on it. And that's just an easy way. It saves me time. It saves me frustration. And there's nothing I can do about it. What else is going on? Goals. While we're on the topic of YouTube, let's talk about TikTok. So YouTube, I went low with my goal. I said 350. I said it last month, technically, for this month, not realizing that I was so close to 350, or I was going to be that's close. But I set it for 350 with a stretch goal of 400. I might increase that and have it as a goal for 400 with a stretch goal for 450. Just go up by another 50 both ways. Well, I realized my growth on TikTok, so I set my goals to be, originally it was supposed to be 750, 1,000. But on New Year's Eve, I was just below 750, so I go, you know what? We're going to do 1,000, 1,250. Just bring it up. And as of right now, the recording, which is January 6th at 8 p.m. I'm loading it up.
Have you seen the Vice article about how lack of
That was quick. I fell there. Okay. As of right now, I should have muted my phone. I'm at 847. Ignore that draft. That holds. Yeah. I just put out a new video a little bit ago while I was making my coffee. So, yeah. I'm only 153 away from my goal. But now that I remembered that, I'm going to go ahead and mute my phone. I recorded a clip for my January in review video because I needed something out of one of the packages. I recorded a clip earlier and my phone went off and I'm like, well, that's in there now. But I kind of like that. Like, I'll be sitting there watching other people's videos and they'll leave that type of stuff in, and I appreciate it that they just are sitting there like raw with it. Because there's no need to sit there and edit real life. You know, I do what I can to make it quiet. I have the recording light, and I just fixed that to actually stay on the door and not fall off. You know, I have the recording light so people don't come in and bother me. I do my best. I pause my TV. I take off my headset, everything else, so I can just be focused on this, and we don't have outside noises. But there's still, you know, it still might happen. And that's fine. And if it does happen, I'm going to leave it in there. I'm not going to edit that shit out. Where was I at? What brought me onto this? Oh, we're talking about being real. And we were talking about my TikTok goals. So yeah, if you notice, I'm 153 away. And I don't remember what I was a couple days ago. If I go and look at my Discord, I can tell you. And everybody's like, oh, just check your analytics. No. The TikTok analytics suck. They do. It's really hard to follow. There's such a delay in it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I know it was either yesterday or the day before. Back to my phone. Where's my phone? I threw it off to the side. Okay. I'm going into a text message with my son, so. Actually, I'll just go into my photos. That's my videos. Okay. Can you show me the date? I thought you can see the date. Hold on. So I just go into my text. I texted my husband Wednesday, January 4th with the competition begins, and I was at 8:08, and Josh was at 8:52. Because he said once I hit 800, he's going to have to put out a video because he's not going to let his mom have more followers on TikTok than him. And then I discovered today that even though the whole reason I was shooting for 1,000 TikTok followers is so I can go live on TikTok, because I like the short form content. If I want to put a link in my bio, I need 1,000 followers. And so now that just changed everything, because I want to put my Etsy link in there or my link tree. You know, send people over to everything. So that makes the incentive to hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm so close to it, even greater. Now, my Instagram goals were 210 and 220, and I completely forgot that I was going to participate in Alice in a Winter Wonderland. And so I'm actually putting content out on Instagram, so I'm getting followers. And I think I'm at 210 now. I don't know. I'd have to look. Which, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is KionaBT, like everything else. I learned a long time ago to try to keep things all together. In fact, the big joke is, so I don't count my first videos on YouTube back in 2010 as the beginning of my content creation career. I count when I started streaming on Twitch, which back then was Justin TV. So yesterday, January 5th, was my 12-year content creation anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to talk about it. And I didn't even celebrate. I think I told one person. Well, I said it in Miss Coffee's chat on Twitch, but I didn't harp on it because it was just like, whoa, I'm not celebrating it. It's not, hey, I want attention. I want everybody to pay attention to me. That it's my anniversary. It's my Twitch birthday. It's like, nah. I ain't gonna be like that. So it was really weird not streaming. Just like last year, I didn't stream on it. But this also includes all breaks and everything else because of the fact that I'm not gonna sit there and go count how long I've taken breaks from streaming or videos or whatever. So I got 12 years of content creation, though, under my belt. Yes, I'll take it. My mentality never changed. And even when, say, I wasn't doing Twitch, I was doing Mixer, or I was putting out things on Instagram, Twitter, I never really gave up on content creation, TikToks, everything. That even though I was hard to get a hold of, I didn't disappear. I was still creating content, so was it really a break? Just because it wasn't the same type of content? I don't know. Like right now, I was talking about doing gaming content maybe on Twitch streams or maybe doing a weekly live WIP and either do that on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And everybody's like, I don't think you're ever going to game content again. I think I am. I am. Speaking of gaming, I watched 5 minutes, and I'm not even joking. I watched 5 minutes of Mrs. Coffee play Dreamlight Valley. Not even enough to know about the game. All I saw was Disney, and I went and I took my gaming budget, for lack of a better term, that I haven't used in a long time. Usually I use it for diamond paintings. I took that gaming budget and I bought Dreamlight Valley. Disney Dreamlight Valley. And I played that for like 2 hours last night. Oh my god. If I'm gonna play it tonight, I better set a reminder to go to bed. Cause it's that bad. I have an addictive personality. It's bad. I mean, it's good, but it's bad for me. And so it's kind of funny because I was looking at my PS5 because that's what I got it on. I could have gotten it on PC. I could have gotten it on Switch, but no. I got it on my PlayStation 5 because my PlayStation 5 needed more games. And so my PS5 has Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 and now Disney Dreamlight. It's like, it's like if you didn't have the Kingdom Hearts, it'd be like okay, normal. But now they're all like connected and shit. So who knows? Oh man. I have a bathroom connected to my studio and they're running water in it and that's all I'm focusing on. So actually give me a minute while they whatever. I'm sorry about that. I have ADHD. I'm not going to harp on it too much again. And so anytime there's like noises that could be the smallest noise distract me and I can't think to talk. So I don't even remember what we were talking about. I know we were talking about goals at one point. And so while they were in the bathroom making all that noise, I walked outside, had a cigarette, gave them their time, and I went to look at my Instagram. And my Instagram is currently 212. My goal was 210, and 220 is my stretch. I'm going to have to change that. But while I was on Instagram, we see that Tuma is releasing 12 new square crystals tonight. Ah, she's killing me. She's gonna make me bankrupt. Right now I'm broke. So I won't be doing an order this week, but if I can get more containers, maybe later on this month. I don't know, I'm about to do a big order on Amazon next week because my Ace A2 light pad wants to start flickering now. Like it has to warm up. It's only a little over a year old. It's like a year and a month since I've had it. I got it in December last year. Or December the year before now. 2021. And it's the one that sits under the glass right here. And so I'm going to have to replace that. And I'm thinking about getting the A1 from Art Dot, which is bigger. But then it'll have to sit on top of the glass because it won't fit. It's the same size as the glass, and the glass has little spacers on it. So, you deal with what you have, right? But I don't see a big deal with that because I don't just use it for diamond painting. I use it for weeding. I use it for other things. So, yeah. And on top of that, I also have molds, and I need to restock on resin. But I don't want to spend the money right now. I also have another book. Like, I really need another book, but I got another book in my cart. And I have some smart plugs and some more smart lights. Because that's how I roll. Is it all the wise? Looks like it. So, who knows what I'm gonna do? I don't even know what I'm gonna do. That's why I fill my cart, because I don't impulse buy. I know better. Again, I said I wasn't gonna harp on the ADHD, but when you have ADHD, you get this huge hit of dopamine when you impulse buy. Huge. And I am well aware of it, and so I try not to. Look at this. I just repainted the nails because I am doing this. That one nail's all messed up. I should be using the back of the tweezers. I should. But, oh well. I need more than that. Probably won't, but yeah. But I painted my nails, and I have to fix that. I definitely have to fix that because Sunday is very important to me. If y'all don't know, I am a lifelong Dallas Cowboys fan. And Sunday, if the Eagles lose and we win, we have division. No matter what, we're in the playoffs. But if the Eagles lose and we win, we have division championship. It is down to the final game of the regular season. Oh my goodness. And we're up against Washington, which isn't a bad team this year. And they're up against Giants, which isn't a bad team either. It's like the NFC East is awake. And I'm sorry if I'm speaking gibberish to you. Don't worry, I won't harp on it. But, so I want my nails to be navy blue for, the game. So I will fix that now. And I will completely redo it. I'll clear it out and do it properly. Like, I might even put a silver coat on top. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But my colors are blue, navy blue for Cowboys. Either way, I'm going to be keeping them this way all through the playoffs, or as long as we're in the playoffs. Because we all know how things happen when you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. But that's enough of that, because I don't know how many other football fans watch this channel. And usually crafters aren't football fans, just like usually gamers aren't football fans. See, this is how I should be doing it. And so, I don't want to alienate anybody. Even though I always said I wouldn't be one of those channels that are like, I'm sorry if this offends you. I'm not trying to offend anybody. People who like over harp on those things. So I don't want to be like that. I'm trying not to be like that. This is me. Me, nice and raw. If you don't like me, you don't like me. There's plenty of other people on YouTube to watch. If you do like me, fine. Leave a comment. Say hi. Say, hey, you're my type of people. I am a millennial that was raised like Gen X. My brother is Gen X. My little brother, who is actually older than me, is a millennial as well. We were both born in mid-80s. My oldest brother was born in 79. And so our parents raised us like Gen X were raised. We were latchkey kids. We came home when the street lights came on. We didn't have cell phones. Actually, I had a cell phone in high school, but that's because my mom worked for Sprint and got one for free. But yeah. We were the pager kids and stuff like that. Or pager teen. So, I had a lot of don't give a fuck attitude that you don't hear from millennials, but I also have a lot of things that are like my generation. Like millennials always have to have a cause. I just made a mess. And we're loud. And I am an attention craving maniac. That does not match. Let's throw it in the tray. Okay, next color. I might actually get this done. So, I don't know how long I'm going to be willing to record tonight. If I am willing to record more than this section, I will add a time lapse to the end of this. You'll know more, depending on the length of this video. I'm just like going through it. It doesn't take long to do a partial. And right now I'm worried that this won't count for the event. All I hear is a train. And I'm hoping it does. If not, I do have another kit. And you will see that one next week. Because I'll be unboxing it. But I'll have to send over a message to Life with Lindsay. But she's really good at answering questions. And I feel so bad for her right now. Because she has people who are like, why aren't you liking my images? Why aren't you doing this? And last year, why wasn't I in the slideshow? You didn't fill out the Google Doc. She has explained everything to everyone for the event like we are children. And people still aren't understanding, and I don't know why. Maybe it's anxiety. I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt here. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe you just want to be absolutely sure. Kind of like I am with will the partial count? And so I think I will go ahead and message Lindsay about that because I'd like to know. And if I find out, I will let y'all know. I will either leave a comment on this video, or I will in my next WIP Chat tell y'all, because there's still another month and a week left of the event. That's what's good about Alice in a Winter Wonderland. Yes, Alice in a Winter Wonderland. The hashtag's down below. What's good about it is the fact that it is a January and half of February event, so you have plenty of time. And that way, excuse me, that way if this kit doesn't work, I still have time to pull out another one and be like, I'm sorry. But I want to get on to Magic Potion. I did kit it up. You've seen me kit it up. And at the same time, I have my cousin's Christmas present that I wanted to finish up. And so if I don't finish that up by next week, that'll be the WIP Chat. If not, it will be Magic Potion. But I don't even know when the next WIP Chat will come out. I do like the Saturday thing, but with how today has been, it might be a Friday thing. I like it being the end of the week and not the beginning of the next week like a lot of other people do it, and I get why they do it, and I'm not going to complain. But I like how Randa from Randa's Crafty Corner, how she does her weekly vlog, which is similar to almost all the vloggers I used to watch back in the day, where they would just put a bunch of clips and then at the end of the week. It's similar to a lot of the Patreon vlogs you see creators do. Would it be better if I was zoomed out just a little bit so you could see me grabbing these? Let's see. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not by much. So, which I was thinking about doing just daily clip vlogs myself. Like I used to do daily vlogs, but I can't do that. And so daily clip vlogs where you put them all together for 1 week, that would be nice. And no, you probably won't be able to find them on my channel because I'm pretty sure I deleted all the daily vlogs. I was a huge fan, still am, of Dodger, also known as Dex Bonus. And she used to do coffee time. And she'd just sit there every day and sit there for 15 minutes to tell you about her day. And I could do that. Well, I can't do that. I can't do a daily thing. I can't commit to that. But maybe, like, here's some clips throughout the week, like Miss Coffee does and like Randa does. And if you notice, I'm being very vocal about where I get these ideas from, because of the fact that I don't want to be like, oh, you're copying her. No, it's in being inspired by a creator. It's kind of like copying is what I do with my sticker sheets, where I put them all in a binder to keep them organized after I've done an unboxing. That is straight up copying Diamond Paintings by Laura, because she's amazing in organization. I am not. And so, you know what? And I told her, you are amazing at it, and I'm using that idea. It's just straight up. But I give credit where credit is due. I will tell you where I get ideas from. I will tell you if I thought of it myself, and it just happens to be a coincidence after the fact. Or I will tell you that, hey, I saw someone do this, so I want to try this. But I will always try to put my own twist on it. I'm not going to sit there and just blatantly steal from another creator and not give credit and try to be, a perfect mimic. Because that's not right. Because I have this buddy. His name is Dammit Rooster over on Twitch. I don't think he streams much anymore, but he was a partnered streamer on Mixer, one of my good friends. And when he moved across the country to be with his now wife, it just got to a point to where he needed to work. He couldn't just do content creation, especially after Mixer died. I'm sorry, Mixer was killed. But after that, he went and he got a real job, and not to say content creation isn't a real job, but you know what I mean. He got a 9-to-5. He got a secure job with pay and benefits and everything, for his family and his lifestyle. But over on Mixer, he used to call it forced collaboration. When he'd get an idea from somebody, he would not be afraid to tell you that he was copying that idea from somebody. But he goes, it's forced collaboration. We all have this English only command for our Twitch chats, that if you do !English, it'll give you English only please in several different languages, all in one command. And that I took from Rooster, and he goes, oh, that's fine, I took it from so-and-so. And it's like, I know, I just stole it. And that's just the way we are, and it's not in a malicious intent. It's like, that's a good idea. It's kind of like, back then, we had the interactivity that Twitch didn't have. This is how long ago? Before extensions existed. That this is what made Beam what Mixer was prior to being Mixer. What made it so huge was it had this interactivity and these interactive boards. And what Rooster would do was he'd put a like button, and he says, don't forget to like the stream. And he would see how many people who were actually engaging, and and it was like, and a lot of us had soundboards and everything else, and it wasn't anybody copying anybody. It just became a standard after a while. That's a good example is why you see a lot of unboxings be very similar, is there's only so many ways you can do an unboxing, so there's now a standard format. That's also why I decided to do the Diamond Art Club product tour, because I don't want to repeat this shit over and over again. I don't want to sit there and say, oh, an AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and because I get tongue-tied, and I get nervous, and my anxiety goes through the roof, and I could unbox something a million times, and my anxiety is still going to be in the roof. That doesn't go there, that goes over there. So instead of, things become the standard, and I missed one. I wasn't going to do this whole section, but we're 45 minutes in, so I might as well just finish it. And that's after spending 9 minutes prepping. I'm telling you, it doesn't take long. It does not take long at all. Which I forgot to write my times down for my log, but what I'll do is when I'm done here, I will just subtract the time from now and 9 minutes away, and figure out my log times for my gym flow. Yes, I use my gym flow. I didn't log very well for my D20 TikTok at all. So I'm just going to put in my digital log and my paper log. Yes, I have both. I have Gym's Flow, a digital database log, well, spreadsheet, and my paper logbook. And so I'm just going to put that so many days didn't log. Because I can tell you how many days I worked on it, because that's the only time I ever got. Whenever I got content out, that was whenever I finished it. Because I'm so behind on that. Like, I haven't even done my role. And today is the 6th, and it's due the 8th. Because it's every 4th day. In fact, I'm actually going to do one on a 3rd day. At the end of the month here. So I can keep it as, February 4th, February 8th, and so forth, and just every time that it does that, I will jump it. So I might have to make one, like, I'm going to do one on the 28th this month, and I'm going to do one on the 31st. Which that one, that's what we're talking about, things about stealing, just blatantly stealing and not saying a damn word, is there is now a girl on TikTok who follows me. And how do I know she follows me? Because of the fact we are friends, I followed her back. That after she followed me, started doing D20 content and didn't say a damn word. Not a thank you for the idea. Do you mind if I use this idea? Not I got this idea from so and so. No. And the D20 content, I came up with that on my own because I saw people using D20 to make their sandwiches, D100 to do their chores or whatever, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a diamond painter. Why don't I do that with diamond painting? So I mix my love for dice with my diamond paintings, and I'm using it on all my mystery kits, or the majority of them, and why is that there? And so when you see somebody just blatantly go and start doing D20 content, it's like, I hadn't even seen that on TikTok. There's a hair on it. Sorry. It's distracting me. I shed. So when I hadn't even seen that on TikTok prior to me doing it early last year, it didn't even start with this one. This is my 3rd season, for lack of a better term. My 3rd series as a D20 series. And so it's just frustrating. There's the camera refresh. But, I could be wrong. It could be a coincidence that she followed me and then the content started. 100%. I did have one creator on TikTok who's got a lot more followers than me come to me and say, that's a good idea. Do you mind if I use it? I'm like, yeah, by all means. Share the content. Because in the end, it comes back to what I've said before. I have the receipts. Who created the content first? Or who mentioned the content idea first, too. There's all that stuff. As long as you have receipts, there's no reason to be bitter about things. Why does it feel like this won't be enough? Well, she doesn't have a lot of hair, so I might have 165 in the thing. I don't know. Speaking of my storage, I put out a video on TikTok today, and I also yesterday for y'all. And I also put out images on Instagram and stories and everything about my new special drill storage. And I was wondering, would y'all like a video on how I store all my drills, from my extras to the ones I kit up? Because I can do that. And I thought about it, but I'm like, maybe it's too early for something like that, a video like that. Because everybody's different, and it's just to give you ideas on how to organize, because, just trying to help everybody. And, of course, I'd give credit where credit is due. The first person I saw use Elizabeth Ward containers, I think, was Rachel Ray's Crafts. And the Harbor Freight, first one I ever saw that was Mrs. Coffee. But the Harbor Freight in the bigger container, that was all diamond paintings by Laura. Look at me. I'll tell you where I got all the ideas from. how I store my spare drills, that was just I found something on Amazon. I liked that idea and I did it. That one is no influence whatsoever. I tried to do it like other people do in baggies and it just didn't work for me. And same thing with my special drill storage. I got my original baggie idea, as I throw the thing, from Diamond Painting by Laura. And then now I'm at a point where that's not working for me. And a lot of it is the static that comes in the bags after a while. Don't get me wrong, when you get the bags from Tmall, no static issues whatsoever. But when they've been sitting in the bags because of the humidity changes, and I'm not going to pretend like I know exactly why, but there's just so many things that could contribute, you just get a static issue with them sitting in the bags. And it's not every drill either. It's just very common in my crystal ABs, and I don't know why. And those are my favorites, crystal ABs. Which, if you're wondering where those are going, I will show you the plans for that once we finish here. That is not enough. I'm going to ruin that middle nail doing it that way. I opened it with my middle nail. Why did I even close it if I poured them all out? See, that just doesn't seem like enough. And I'm just going to leave that in. Computer, set volume to 1. I forgot to turn down my echo. Yeah, I try to make sure that I call it an echo and not the A word, because I know some people don't listen on headphones like I do. And not everybody has changed their wake word. Now, if you change your wake word to echo, I apologize. Those are connected. I'll use them in a second. Same thing if you change it to computer. I changed mine to Ziggy upstairs, and I just didn't I kept wanting to say the C word. Now I'm saying it, the C word, because if I say it too loud, it'll initiate. And so I changed that the other day to the C word. Like, nope. The other word for PC. There we go. I'm like, yeah. Because I have an Echo Show upstairs in my bedroom for the Ring doorbell. Trust me. If you ever watched a Miss Coffee video and you hear that Ring doorbell and you look at your phone, that's me. Every time her Ring doorbell goes off, I'm thinking it's mine. Because I get all the alerts as well. But of course, I'm also the primary caregiver, just like she is. And there's nothing wrong with that being like, I need to hear all of it. Oh, there's yelling in the other room. No, you can't yell now. Okay. We're just about done here. Let's just get this last one in. Remember, 53 minutes. I'm going to write that down so I remember. 53 minus 9. And then I will show you this. I need that for my log. Oh, they're fighting. I'm not. Okay. So, I will show you what I'm going to do. Oops, sorry. I will show you what I'm going to do for the special drills. So, I've already started right here. Hold on. I felt a bump. What I don't like about partials is it's easy to mess up your alignment. Did I pop that off with my nail or something, or was that just a loose one hanging? It was probably a loose one hanging. I'll find out later. Just throw that in. You end up with so many extra drills, you can just throw that in your spare drill that you found randomly thing. Alright, so I have taken the gold metallics that I just got in today, and I put them around here. And I'm going to do all through right here. But I'm going to leave these the original. I'm going to see how that looks. I went ahead so far up here and I did some ABs right here that I had from my stash on the butterfly, and some royal purple, royal violet sparklers for squares in the butterfly wings, because you have all these like little tiny, they look like moths to me. They're probably butterflies, but you have this one purple one standing out. I was like, let's make her stand out. So I have my metallic pink that I got a few days ago. That's going to go right here in her lips. And then I got these two colors, which are both S and E. because one is 38.45, the other one's 38.46, and I'm going to do her dress in this one, and I can't wait to see how it comes out. But with that, let's fix that. I am going to leave y'all here. I hope y'all had a wonderful time zone. I hope you're doing all right, or well, not mix them up together. If you like what you saw today, or if you were just hanging out and listening in, and you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, the subscribe button is down below. I will be doing more diamond painting content. You may see a little sneaky peek of gaming content, because I'm not going to give up my gaming. Also, all my socials are in the description below. My Instagram, my Twitter, my TikToks, all that. So if you want to go follow me over there. Instagram, I try to do all my diamond painting updates if I remember to take the pictures, which it's every few days now. So you can catch the day-to-day progress over there. And yeah, if you want to leave me a comment, the comment section's down below. I hope you all have a wonderful time zone. I'm out of here. And I will see y'all in the next video, which is Tuesday. Bye!